ILEG technology screens. I'm going to turn my fan off here for a minute. Alright, so we can have this nice little talk. Again, I have these talks on my site quite a lot, and the reason why is because of the trickery and nonsense that goes on with projection screen companies. Now, sorry, eating something real quick. Now, the projector you see in the demonstration is a 4K projector. It's a very expensive model. And you're told at the end of the day that the more money you spend for your projector, the better your picture. I have this conversation literally every day, but sometimes somebody comes in and sees this giant screen. So, let me finish this first. Sorry about that. I had a very delicious sandwich today. I love sandwiches. And try something different. Usually I don't do that. And I came out on top of this sandwich. I do it remarkably good. My lens is cleaned up a little bit there. Now, this is going to ruffle some feathers, but we do ruffle feathers every day. That's what we do. This is a gray screen, we all know. Now, gray screens, for people who don't want to admit it, well, that's just your personal problem at the end of the day. Gray screens don't see contrast. We all know that. I don't know how in the world we have to explain this, I think, a million times a day, that gray screens don't see contrast. And those people who I have this conversation with quite often, not those, other people, they're out of business. People on forum sites who make gray screens and certified gray screens, and we're going to call them, your gray screen doesn't read the contrast level. And this means that because it doesn't read the contrast level, that means that it's going to cost the consumer more money, because the consumer is going to have to go out and he or she is going to spend more money for the projector with a higher contrast capability to fix your screen. If anyone feels that I'm wrong on this, get an attorney, sue me, whatever you want to do. But anyway, it is what it is. So your gray screen doesn't read a contrast level. Because it doesn't read a contrast level, next to our black technology that can read high white levels and all that other good stuff, we can overpower your screen very, very easily. So you can't operate in my environment. That 150-inch screen over there, you couldn't operate in here with a 150-inch screen. Not in this environment, you won't. Even with the covers on the lights, you still can't read. As you can see right now, we don't have, this is all we have coming through. That's it. That little bit of slither of light that's coming through, that's it. And the gray screen, as you can see it, is not reading a solid color black. So it's already having this problem. Mind you, I do these demonstrations on multiple sites, and this particular video is going to be showing up on other sites. We go to forum sites, we go to Facebook. I'm on 17 or 18 pages on Facebook. I even have a couple of my own pages. So this video goes everywhere. And the minute we shoot it here, it'll be blasted all over Google. So, either way, it's a good time. So, gray screen. Where's the contrast at? This projector has a 10,000 to 1 on it. It doesn't read on your screen. So my projector here, my QE2, is absolutely useless. As a matter of fact, all our projectors in here don't work on this. And even when I had the PX747 4K projector, didn't work either. I had a laser projector, didn't read on the laser projector at all, period. None of the projectors would produce, not one of them. And I had over 100 projectors in my collection and not one of them. Big boy venues, didn't read. Nothing read on a gray screen. Because again, we can't pick up the contrast. And if we can't pick up the contrast, then everything else falls in line with it. We can't read color, as you can see. So this is the reason why customers are forced into buying more expensive projectors. Because the more money they spend at the end of the day, the better the picture quality is supposed to become. The problem is that they have to spend a lot of money to do this. And even when they do this, it still doesn't come close enough. Studying accuracy. This video is made for TV. If you don't know. So, for people who make products, don't worry, it's not for use for customers. We'll be blasting about customers for the next couple of weeks on why customers should not go out and spend $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for a projector. It's not required. It's only required when you have a gray screen. Gray screens and white screens, they require high-end, expensive projectors to fix their issues. Our technology doesn't require it. As you can see, we don't spend a lot of money for projectors at all, really don't. And now since I got myself on this new kick where I can only buy projectors under $200, that should tell you right there the difference between what we do and what they do. Now, they would have never advised you to go out and spend money for the projectors I purchased for, because the first thing I'm going to tell you is that 720p projectors don't work. Oh, they work perfectly fine. They still make 720p projectors, you know that, right? For a projector that doesn't work. So, if the projectors we're using doesn't cost our customers a lot of money, why are customers going out and spending all this money for expensive projectors? You know, every customer that I have that comes to me, and especially the ones that have not purchased a projector yet, they don't have to spend that type of money. One of the customers I talked to didn't have a projector. They got the Christie LW400. They got a projector for $70. They had to contact them too back also. But they got it for $70. That's what they pay for their projector. My customers don't pay for expensive projectors. It's not even necessary. $3,000? That's way too much money for a projector. What about $1,000? That's still too much for a projector. What about $800? Still too much money. Way too much money. About $500. I paid $500 for projectors, but still too much money. Way too much money. I want to pay $500 now. I wouldn't pay for it. Under $200 is what you should be paying for a projector. Now, any influencers out there say I'm wrong by this? Show me a demonstration on that high-end projector. Show me a star field, because I have yet only seen one person do it on the P2. Show exactly the 2 million to 1 contrast actually not reading on the projector. Matter of fact, 2 people did it. Everybody else plunged that projector in the dark and claims that it's picking up a contrast level. Simple. Let's get these little hoops here. There we go. We do these on the invisibles. So we go pick up a P2. We put a P2 on a gray screen. And we pick the P2 and we put it on our screen. Which means we can turn that contrast off because we don't need it. What projector is going to pick up the better color, contrast, and operate in fully lit environments? Yes. And those you have gray and white screens, well, they're not picking up anything at all. That projector is just useless on your setup. People will have white screens. White screen, this is what you read. Absolutely nothing at all, because again, you don't pick up contrast in any way whatsoever. You can't read it in any way whatsoever. It won't pick up. That is the comparison of our product versus a white screen. So it shows your technology can advance the levels of a white screen that a gray screen can't. Gray screens can't upgrade a white screen. Why? Again, contrast. You don't pick up contrast. You 100% black level. I would like to read that. You know, at the end of the day, it was really nice. And for me to paint over my white projection screen with the gray screen paint, it won't work because you can't read contrast either. I don't care if you read it a little bit better than the white screen, you still can't pick up 100%. I want 100%. So if I go to any gray screen company right now, matter of fact, you know what, we'll do something special tomorrow. I'm going to contact some companies on live. I'm going to ask them a simple question. If I got a white projection screen and I coat with your gray paint, am I going to read a 100% black level? And I don't want to spend the money for an expensive projector. What am I going to get back? Matter of fact, I emailed a couple of people, messaged a couple of people on eBay asking that question, and we got no response back. So, with that being said, if you told them that you had a projector I'm using right here in the demonstration, or a 720p model, I guarantee you that those companies would tell you that you would have to spend the money for a high-end projector to fix their screen. Can't even read the menu. Only we read. That's it. This is why next year we're challenging companies in court. I'm going to begin the process tomorrow on making contact with companies and ask them simple questions. Does your grade screen read 100% contrast? Read through your specification sheet and ask your questions. You can't answer those questions correctly, that tells me at the end of the day you don't have the information we need to see in court. That's pretty a shame, isn't it? How much you lose from a white screen. But a white screen's a white screen. It's going to lose its contrast and color. That's what it's designed to do. The thing about it is getting an upgrade to make your white screen better. That's the whole purpose. We all know white screens don't work. The people get ripped off on white screens are people who buy like a package setup at like maybe Best Buy or someplace in the day will tell them that the projector they spent a ton of money for is going to fix the issue. It can't fix the issue. That's literally how much of an image you are missing off a white screen. So when we have clients that come in, and those clients come in and they want to look at our technology, a couple of things we have to show them. One, we have to show them that our screen paint's not going to match any black paints and all that stuff. We have all those tests done already, so we're good to go. And then we have to show them that the white screen that they're going to recode over with our technology, which is black, by the way, that they're going to be able to get an improvement. That's how much an improvement we get to a white screen. Now, I've seen demonstrations against a gray screen, but you can't tell the difference from one to the other from a gray and white screen at all, period. And let's show you the improvement that the gray screen gives you. If I can get this separate from that one, just seem to want to stick with it. There you go. Why are you so sticky with that? There you go. That's literally how much you're missing from a gray screen. It's a lot. When you want me to see the picture, that's how I move my projector when I can see around in the picture. But I can't see around in the picture with the gray screen because it comes up ashy. Now mind, like I said, we don't have a lot of light in here. We don't have a ton of light in here. We have just a little bit of lighting, that's it. Either way, you're losing your picture quality. So, you spend the money for a more expensive projector to fix the problem, it's not going to fix the problem. It's just going to basically burn a deeper hole in your pocket. You're going to spend more money for something that will never fix the problem. Gray screens cannot upgrade your white screen. They can't do it. Let's add some more color to that. So those are sort of customers at the end of the day. If you're being told by anybody that you have to spend the money for an expensive projector in order to get better contrast, to get better color, You really operate in these ambient light, fully lit environments. You're gonna lie to them. You can't pick it up. Our technology, on the other hand, can advance your projector's capabilities. It can give it contrast that other screens don't read. It can operate in fully lit environments with no problem, even at 150 inches on a wall. In a commercial environment, mind you, we're in commercial. And just to show you that, just that little bit of light up there still can wash out the screen. Let me show you something. Watch this. This is interesting. I think I have it in here. There we go. I found it. Perfect. Trip over that. Let's see. What was that right there? All right. Let's get this. Oops. Switch it a little bit. Let's see. Stay. Few minutes. Got a little bit of battle going on here. Oh, that's not good. That's even more light now. Yeah, even more light. Let's get up here. I think I need my whatchamacallit here. Where's my here it is. So moving here. Oh, this is much better. Much better. Oh, where did you fall down? Oh, you're magnetic, that's why. That's why you're magnetic. You're magnetic. We'll put you in a few minutes. We'll put you here. Should have did that one to begin with. Scissors. Looks like I know where to be. I'll take you instead. All right. Now, we've got full coverage now. This means the lights are completely blocked in here now. So they're all completely blocked up. This is how dark it gets in here with the blinds, overhead blinds. And we're just using the one here that we have on top of our desk, because right now that carries around 6,000. 6,000 lumens, that's what it carries. But now they're fully covered up now. That's when they're fully covered up. And this is how dark it gets in. It's like how much light it blocks in here. So, as you can see, even in the environment, with this little bit of light we have in here, we're still having a difficult time reading the white screen. Put this over here. Put this over here. I got to repair that drawer so I can put my stuff back. I'll work on that in about a few minutes. Get to that in a few minutes. So just a little bit of light. We have no lighting now. All the light is blocked now. It's all completely blocked by the blinds. And then you can see, still, that's how much light we lose from our image on this projector. That means that you would have to be in an extremely dark environment to try to pick something up. Let's try the gray screen. There's the gray screen. So as you can see, the gray screen is still losing a ton of color, even when we have both of the blinds are blocked. Our lights are blocked right now. And the gray screen is still losing a ton of color with a projector that has a 10,000 to 1 contrast sitting on top of it. You can even move it up right on top of the screen and it still won't read it. You can't read black. This is what I've been explaining to y'all for years and years and years and years. The gray screens don't have that capability. They can't pick up black. They can't pick up color. Mind you, our lights are fully blocked in here now. And customer, poor customer, is going to have to, not poor as in poor financially, poor as in it's a shame what they do to you. They're going to advise you to go out and spend all this money for a expensive projector, knowing at the end of the day that this is not going to work. You're going to end up spending more money. This is going to get very expensive real quick. You're going to be sitting up there, spent all this money, and you can't figure out how to get it to work. Red screen. What did they give me? That's not what I asked for. Red screen. That's what I asked for. So how dark does the environment have to be for that screen to be to see the proper color of red? You have to be in a very dark environment. And even with that, you still are not picking up. Because the light that reflects off that screen reflects off everything in the environment. We've done that already in the dedicated theater room, and with Mr. Mannequin, we've done this demonstration on how white and gray screens reflect light everywhere. Even Black Diamond explained that one in a demonstration, Screen Innovation. They did that one themselves. They showed you how much white and gray screens reflect light all over the place. We're at 300 lumens right now, people. Blue screen. Are we going to pick up proper color on a blue screen with this little bit of light we have in here? No, we can't read it. So where's the color at? Because I'm going to tell you something. If I went out and spent all this money for a projector, and I spent money for your product, and I have to be in an environment this dim, and it's still not working, we got to go to court. Because, again, you didn't tell me the truth, and that's the problem. A lot of people don't realize that. They think they're being fed the truth. You're actually being fed a lie. Any company willing to challenge me on that theory? Anybody. I don't care who you are. You willing to challenge me? You'll see that Mr. Bird will never come on YouTube and say that, oh, I got a letter from a lawyer. Because what I speak is the truth. Where is the freaking contrast in color? So that means that you're going to tell the customer at the end of the day that they have to spend more money. The higher the contrast, the better chance you have of picking up a black level, which we know is not true. And the more money you spend for a projector, the better the colors you have. And that's kind of funny. It's like watching a dog chase his tail. I see this all the time. They come up with more and more advanced projectors, but still same dark environment every single time. It's the same environment. It's just a different projector. So the customers want to get ripped off. Like, and I watched that demonstration. What projector was that? I forgot what it was. It's an ultra short throw. The guy was like, we're in a fully lit environment and our blinds are fully open. No, they're not, because I couldn't see objects on the other side of your blinds. Your blinds were shut. You did the slant. The slant's when they have it slanted like this, like McAfee had it going this way, and said, oh, the light's hitting the ceiling and bouncing down. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my entire life. Now, you may be to feed that nonsense to people who don't know, but people do know will laugh in your face. That's why we don't see you on forum sites. Because you can't feed that mumbo-jumbo nonsense to a forum site. They'll look at you like, you lost your mind? What have you been drinking before you came on here? Yeah, that doesn't work. All right, let's see if we can get those contrast levels to read on this gray screen. Starfield screensaver. Absolutely not. Can't read. That's pretty bad. Let's go to the white screen. Remind you, the gray screen is supposed to give you an upgrade over your white screen. And for those people who go seeking for a proper screen, well, they were tricked. They were tricked and told that their projector was going to fix the issue, and it didn't. So now they're looking for a way to fix the problem. They want to have the lights on. So they see gray paints out there. Some people skip the gray paints and they go get an ambient light rejection gray screen still in the dark. So can't read that. $15, $800 in the hole already, and you still can't read the color black or neutral color black. You can't pick it up. No, people say, what about my white level windows? Are excellent. Oh, this technology is amazing. The screen's 150 inches. I'm in a commercial environment. We're not in a home front somewhere. We're in a commercial environment. The lighting in here is what it is and what it is. It's super bright. Even with the caps on, it's still super bright in here. Your screen can't operate. Even if I cover everything up, you still can't operate in here. We're only, what, 6,000 right now? That's it. See, the demonstrations we just did at 150 inches, that means all those bright colors and skin tones just poured right out of the screen. On a projector, I paid $130 for. So how in the world that I pay $130 for my projector, $16.25, $40 for this one, $60 for that one, $50 for that one over there, and poor customer at the end of the day has to go out and spend money for an expensive projector. So who's at fault at this? Not the customer's fault. They didn't do anything wrong. They're just trying to get a good deal. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get a proper image, a nice image. Whose problem is that? Who tells them that the projector's going to work? Who tells them at the end of the day that the screen's going to pick up 100% contrast, it's going to be a beautiful color without calibrating? Who tells them that? You guys tell them that. I'm not talking about those other guys are out of business. They're done. They're finished. They got bigger problems right now. They got court and lawsuits coming their way. They got enough mess they got to worry about right now. We're talking about the industry now. Who tells these people this stuff is going to work? So I'm going to make a little video tomorrow. I'm going to go out and I'm going to check out some of these companies, especially on eBay. I'm going to ask you all some questions about why be to read 100% contrast. My projector I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my $16.25 projector, 600 by 800, 720p SVGA projector. I don't even have HDMI ports on it. Has a 2001 contrast sitting on it. I refuse to buy another projector. See how many people we see in a chat that I'm talking to say you have to spend more money for a projector. Or our screen reads 100% contrast. Oh, you do not want to see that one from the day. That's court. Then the other myth we get in the day where it's impossible to read 100% contrast. Why is it impossible to read 100% contrast? Because black screens don't have that capability to read the white levels. They come up too dark. They have to be in dark environments. What you mean? So you're telling me that a black screen, because I act like a customer, you're talking about a black screen has to be used in a dark environment in order for it to work. Be careful. You never know who you're talking to on the other side of the phone. I heard some companies say this one before. Never mentioned who. But I've heard companies say that a black screen will never work on a projector. Well, if that's the case, then that means Diamond's technology won't be working either. They have a black screen. But it does require an 8,000 projector, so it does fit all the stereotypes of black screens. That you need high-power projectors, produce these higher white levels. Because using 8,000 is minimum you have to use on that screen. I wonder why. So there's that. So they require higher projectors, higher lumens, and all this stuff at the end of the day. The black screen doesn't have the ability to read that white light at all, period. There would be a problem with it. Yeah, be careful. Don't mention our name in that whole entire conversation. We don't have that issue. We can operate outside. And the new black technology we have coming up pretty soon, you've seen bits and pieces of that thing. That thing can actually run outside with no problem. But let's get back to the customers. It's costing the customers a lot of money. So if you want to do a family room setup for your family, who wants to spend? You got a family at the end of the day. You got bills and mortgage and all that crap. What if we going to waste $6,000 on a setup? That's insane. $1,000 on a setup? That's crazy talk. Who the freak? Are you kidding me? I can go out and buy a 150-inch frame for roughly about $200. My projectors cost me $200, so it really doesn't make a difference if it freaking has an HDMI or doesn't. Who really cares? Because we don't require all that crap. You don't have to worry about it being 4K. I can get the cheapest one I can possibly get, which costs me about $20. That's it. That's all I'm paying for my projector. $20. I'm done. And my screen, pretty much that whole tile system, I did that for roughly about $60. Or you can just go out and build a frame and buy a bed sheet, because we've done that before. We actually built screens using bed sheets. You hang that up, paint it over. Bed sheet will cost you about $7. That's basically about it. Paint it over. And even if I paint at $287, you can do something other screens can't do. I'm going to be putting a Match or Better challenge on that 150-inch screen. on all gray screens. I want to see a star fill demonstration. We have no problem showing our white levels off on that thing. We just did it the first time we actually put it up. I was in there just looking at demonstration, the white screen at the white screen, the white screen. You know what we're doing in the room. I was putting the frames up there and I was going like that. Y'all can't do that in reverse. Y'all can't go, look at that contrast level and that star fill it. Y'all can't do that. Your screen will go missing. You'll find your screen on the back of a milk box. Your screen will go missing. Even Batman wouldn't need to find that contrast. He's the world's greatest detective. Even if him and Sherlock Holmes partner up, you still couldn't find your contrast. So you know, so it was all, I can't think of his name at the end of the day. It's my favorite freaking villain. But anyway, he could snap his fingers and you couldn't even bring your freaking contrast into existence. So you know, should be. So, if you have white screens with upgrades, and gray screen lies and tells you that you're going to receive upgrade and you get nothing from them either. And then they're going to advise you to spend the money for an expensive projector to fix their problem. We got the blocked. Okay, I just see the menu correctly. What do we have here? Can't pick up the commercials. Gaming is an absolute waste of time on a gray screen. Anyone ever tell you that gaming on a gray screen is efficient? That's a lie. You can't read contrast. So, I'm curious on how many people we talk to tomorrow is going to advise me to go buy a more expensive projector than my 720p model. This be ambient. This actually would be ambient light control somewhat. It would be. Let me see. OLED contrast demonstrations. God forbid if that flap opened up, then what? You know the reality of people who spent $3,000 for a projector? People who are trying to sell screen paints, and they spend money for a very high-end machine to fix their screen's issue on camera, is that when the cameras are off and they turn their lights on, they see the realization of their screen washing out. They're stuck in a dark environment themselves. If they could use it in a fully lit environment, you'd see the demonstration start that way. I like when they say, now we have some light in the environment. Look how well it looks. They'll stay away from the contrast levels, of course. And they'll go, let's turn the lights on and show you what it really looks like. The lights are going to look amazing. And an ultra-short projector making that statement. Anyone on an ultra-short projector making a statement, you turn the lights out, you have defeated the purpose of the ultra-short though itself. What are ultra-short those for? Designed to replace TVs. Pretty sure my lamp's going to be here tomorrow for my ultra-short throw. You think we turn the lights out in here? Heck no. For what? It's the whole purpose. The thing sits literally right on top of the screen. Well, that didn't work. So that demonstration right there, that didn't even pick up on the gray screen. Let's move it up a little closer. Maybe it'll work if we move it a little closer up. Maybe it's not. We'll give it a little more. So how much of your red is missing? Let's go pop to white screen. Let's bring it up. Like the guy said when we did the boxes, and he said, man, try to make a You might just get the white wall because at the end of the day, the white wall picks up the same as the screen does. No, actually, no. Our white levels literally in colors can pick up that high that they can blend into a white wall from time to time, as you saw in the demonstration with the boxes. But that white wall can't see contrast and doesn't recolor correctly. Let's give you more light on this here. Bring this out, show you how much you're missing on your white screen. So when we tell people at the end of the day that without our technology, your projector is absolutely completely useless. And for those people who disagree with me, well, heck, this is what you do. When you're on there doing your demonstrations, how about you do us all a big favor and let's lighten that environment. I put a lot of light in there. Open the windows up. Heck, move the screen next to the window. Let's see how that screen really reacts. And we want to see contrast only. Show me what that projector can do. Because again, if we obtain the P2, say we get that projector, right? Do you have any idea the embarrassment we're going to cause for every influencer, every person who ever interviewed that projector? And if we take that machine and we take it outside like we did the Optima GT 5500 and we produce a 160-inch screen, it does 120-inch. So roughly, we should get roughly about 160, 180-inch easy off of that. And we're able to produce that? No, embarrassing that's going to be for you guys. It's already embarrassing already, mind you. The Optima GT55 is a lower model than the Optima P1 and P2. And we were able to take that out at 140 inches outside at 457. So think about that one. You saw Mr. Bird turn to the side. I picked up at 180 viewing angle outside. So technically, we beat any influencer on YouTube with that demonstration. We beat the promo for the P1, the promo for the P2 on that demonstration by using an older model. So you know how embarrassing that's going to be if we take that $60 projector I have sitting right here, once we drop that lamp in there and we drop it in a commercial environment. The only difference between the demonstrations in here and what we had back in the home front, which we had a lot of light in there, is this is commercial environment. Which means if I take that machine downstairs in that boardroom and that thing blows up and hits that screen like that, it's going to be an embarrassment for you guys at the end of the day. And that thing has a 4,000-to-1 contrast sitting on top of it. But it proves my theory when I say that you should be able to operate your projector in a fully lit environment without the screen washing out. Ultra short though won't fix your screen. And the lies that they're telling you at the end of the day that get an ultra short throw, you're right on top of the screen, you got a less chance of distance throw, your color's going to be intact. Well, it's funny because every time we watch a demonstration, everybody's in the dark. Kind of GPS the coffee table, huh? I think coffee table was right here. I'm not sure. I think it was right here. Boom! Hit that coffee table. Like, oh, my knees, my ankles, it all hurts. You're on the ground. Hit that coffee table so hard, you be on the ground, speaking another language. Professional yoga instructor. Got your feet all the way up to your face. Look at that. Look how crazy that is. Now, I'm going to repeat this on camera because I like to say this. I enjoy saying this so much. If anyone feels, I don't care who you are, what company you have, where you're at, here, there, anywhere, if you feel at any time of the day, night, whatever it may be, that the demonstrations we do here are completely false, then you sign my contract and you see us in court. That's what you do. Please don't go to your YouTube channel and cry. Good. I got a special website I'm building for the crybabies that we're going to be posting you to this site. If you crying and with the contract underneath your video requesting you to sign. So don't go on your channel and cry about it. Sign it. Let's go to court. That's all you got to do. I can back my product up 150%, 200%. I can raise the price to millions of dollars. It doesn't make a difference. We can back our tech. So please, 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 please. Come on, throw that hat in there and challenge us in court that our technology doesn't work. I guarantee you it'll be the worst mistake of your life. Now, mind you how I can make this statement over and over again and not one person will sign one. Because they know we're the real deal at the end of the day. They know that we're not the ones to play with. I'm a man that can go outside with that technology and go anywhere the freak I want and produce an image at 300 to 50 lumens anywhere I want downtown. So I can back my technology at 100%. You guys can't do that. You lie. When you lie, you cheat the customers at the end of the day. Customer gets ripped off. Like the white projection screen. I learned that lesson myself. Got a BenQ MS800. Saw the demonstration, the whole family on the box smiling, watching TV on the projector, and outside screen looks fantastic, just like that. And I thought, wow, man, get this projector, man. I'm gonna hit this wall, I'm gonna get this great big huge massive screen. I did get the screen though, giant screen, and I'm gonna look just like a TV. So it look just like the full 1080p high professional monitors I just sold to get that projector. That's what I'm gonna get. When that projector came in the mail, I never forget. I ran downstairs and met the FedEx guy signed. I thought I was so happy. Had the screen already painted and ready to go. It's all white surface. I painted a bit more white paint on it, tighten it up a little bit. And I set that thing up and bum, 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 bum. Didn't look the same way my monitors looked. High performance PC over there. Nothing picked up. What happened? And I'm sitting there fiddling with it. I'm going inside the controls. Maybe it's a button in here somewhere. I'm not pushing. Why are the colors so bland? Why is the contrast so washed out? Why does it look this way? And I turn the lights out and it gets better. How many have done that one before? And then you look at the box, you're thinking maybe it's something I'm not doing right. And you go through the instruction manuals, and next you know you're on forum sites, something like, I got this projector right here. I can't see the color, it's not popping, it's like really dull. And then people start saying, it's your screen. You got to get a darker screen. The white screen's not going to work. Now, mind you, gunmetal at the time didn't exist. None of that stuff existed. It was probably there worked on. We didn't know about it. But anyway, the only thing was gray paints. You gotta upgrade your stuff from a white screen to a gray screen. It's not going to work. So then I will contact my buddy and ask him about it, and told me some paints that you can make online. Now, the YouTube paint is black and white paint. Black paint, a couple of teaspoons of black paint, toner, and the base will be white on how big and how much you want to make for your screen. And it comes with Metallica, which they call pearlescent. That's what they used at the time. Back then, or Martha Stewart silver collection, some silver Metallica paints they had back in the day. But anyway, we used that. And that would get it to kick. So that's what we're using. That same thing he was using. That paint's like 10 years old he uses. But anyway, so from our blessing, our gray paint worked better than everybody else's. That's why our stuff was contracted. That's why we made more money than the average person who made gray screen paints. But anyway, at the end of the day, that whole family on the side of the box was a lie. So now every time I see these little setups they have on Amazon, they got the screen, they got the whole family sitting out there, and you got the images, that's photoshopped in. Rude awakening, when you get back home and you go turn your lights on, that screen's going to boop, disappear. We don't have no lights in here right now. We just have it on the top. So you can see that white screen's not picking up any contrast. And when the reason why I say contrast is extremely important, because of the OLED technology. The OLED technology, if you look at these demonstrations, these demonstrations are designed for TV. They're not designed for projection screens. If you go to any OLED forum site with a gray screen, how would you convince a person that has 60 grand to spend money for an OLED TV over your gray screen paint? And the guy sits there and says, well, what about the contrast levels? What are you going to tell them? Are you going to tell them to buy this particular projector because it has a 2 million to 1 contrast on it, or 3 million to 1 contrast, and it's going to fix your... No, it's not. You can't use that thing and it won't work. And for anyone sits there and says it does, no. Be careful. Don't say things you can't back up in court. You can't, because we watched it happen on the demonstration of the cinema gray versus gray paint when the LG logo popped up. What color is the LG logo? The LG logo is black, right? Because it's LG. LG logo, OLED, it's black in the background, right? So both dark black background, it's little white letters on it. So it didn't pick up at all. It came up gray. Last I checked, OLEDs are black, not gray. So it means that 2 million to 1 projector he paid for didn't even pick it up. On top of that, in certain parts of the demonstration, the screen was washed out. It was very badly washed out. 1.7 billion colors. So, question when it comes to 1.7 billion colors, if we challenge you on this one in court, can you pick up the dark colors that are required for movies and sports and video games? Dark greens, dark purples, dark reds. Can you pick those up? You need contrast 100% to do that. So what percentage of colors are you actually reading? See what I mean? How nasty this can get into a courtroom? The questions that will ask you at the end of the day, you got to answer these questions. You can't be lying. You're under oath on that Bible. Got to tell the truth. So we get you on that stand. We'll ask you all types of questions. We can bring in an expert to ask you questions. Because you lied. You told your customers at the end of the day that they're going to read all these beautiful colors and screen was going to look amazing and they're going to pick up 100% contrast. You told them all that, right? You lied. So, does the customer really like to spend that much money for a projector? No. Heck, no. You should be roughly paying, I would say, in the range of $500 to like $500 and down. You only have to spend $500. I'm just saying for people who just want a little bit more. And for people saying, well, I want to get the 4K high-end ultra projector for my gaming and sports, it ain't going to mean jack. That 4K don't mean crap at the end of the day unless you got the proper screen to display it off. You can get a 4K projector at the end of the day. I'm going to advise you not to get one. You don't have to spend the money. This is so people don't have to be forced to spend the money because they'll force people to buy it. Some people don't want to spend money for 4K. Some people don't want to spend the money for 1080p. Some people are happy with 720p. But when you got the industry forcing you to buy a 4K projector because it's the only way, then guess what? People have to they have to spend a little more money, and they don't want to spend that extra money. But they're forced into it, like they're forced in dark environments in order to get the screen to work. They're forced to calibrate. You're forced. You don't have options. Like my customers, if they don't want to watch it inside, next to a well-lit environment, take it outside. They don't spend the money for expensive machines. It's not required. Even people do business with it. They don't spend that kind of money for projectors. Not even need it. Bigger question. How is it to have an ultra short throw projector in an influencer's video or someone selling paint that you're sitting a foot away from a screen and you can't fire up in a fully lit environment, but yet we can be behind the screen at 150 and push a window? Something's wrong there. And those projectors were in eco mode. They were 2,500 lumens when we hit the window. Huh. It's a screen. Screens don't operate correctly. Screens will cost you more money than you have to spend. So, if we add it up here, my customers will spend, my paints are under $500. And my customers may spend $300 for one of my paints. And their projector is going to cost them $20, $50, $60, most $100. Well, you buy gray screen paint and your projector is going to cost you over $800. You spent more money than what my customers spend for their setup. Doesn't make a difference. You're going to spend the money for a bed sheet and you paint over with a gray paint. Your projector is going to cost you more money than your projection screen and your setup by itself to fix that problem. And then even when you get it, you still can't read the contrast level and you're still going to have to calibrate that machine and still be stuck in a dark environment. The machine you paid all that money for. There you go. The big wake-up call. So do you need to spend it? No. Now if you want the high-end 4K projector, some people want that high 4K, that's what they want in the day. At least get what you paid for. If you're going to spend $3,000 for a projector, you should be able to read 100% contrast with it. You agree? I think you should have it, right? Why shouldn't you have it? You spend $3,000 for a projector, $5,000 for a projector. Shouldn't you be able to receive 100% contrast off that machine? Because even with the 2 million to 1, if you're hitting the screen that's gray, you're still reading not 100% black. You're still not picking it up. It's a lot of money to spend for a projector and you can't read 1% black. And your colors are thrown off too because you have to calibrate that machine. That sucks. You know, you can ignore it, which most people do. They put it in the back of their head and say, well, this is the way it has to be. We have to settle. And spend $3,000 and you're settling? That's pretty bad. You shouldn't have to go through that at all, period. You should get what you paid for. Now, look at that. Now, we all know white screens in the day. White screen's going to be white screens. I mean, it is what it is. It's just not going to work the way it's supposed to. The problem you have here is that the gray screen is the one that tells the lie. The gray screen is the one that tells you at the end of the day that you're going to receive all this and you're not going to get any of that. Any gray screen company is going to challenge me on the court on that one? I don't think you will. Tell the truth. You lie about everything. Can't pick up blue. And Can't see red. We all know that. Can't read red. Can't pick up blue. Can't see red. Can't pick up blue. Can't see red. Can't pick up blue. There you go. Get the story right there. They can't pick it up. They can't see it. Even in this dark, we're in the dark right now. Pretty much, we call this the dark for us. This would be dark for us. You still ain't picking up Jack or Jill or anything else coming down that freaking hill. Why are you sitting that close to the TV? Uncle, you can burn your eyes out, man. You little munchkin bear. Come here, little bear. Scooch up a bit. Burn your eyes out. Scoot him over some. You walk right up on top of the TV and burn your retinas out like that with that screen. Even though I got it down low, but gee whiz Louise, you good? All right. Yes, Brown. Anyway, as you can see, yeah, you're not getting what you paid for. So, at the end of the day, you shouldn't be forced. If you're on a low budget and you really don't want to spend that type of money, and people start a business, they want a projection screen, they don't want to spend a lot of money. You shouldn't be forced into be told that you have to buy 4K or high-end 1080p in order to get your stuff to work. You should never be told that. You should be able to go down and buy a cheap 720p projector and get an excellent image. Or, if you do want to spend the money for a high-end projector, and that's where you want to go, at least you should be getting 100% contrast and a fake shade of gray, whatever it is that's coming off your screen, and still be stuck in a dark environment. There is no way in the world that a P2, that type of powerful machine, or an Epson 800 should ever be sitting in a dark environment. Because the reason why they sit in dark environments, why? Because contrast and colors don't read in fully lit environments, and dark environments help improve the screen's capability of seeing better. That's why you're in the dark all the time. That's why we watch the influencers. The influencers have to turn out the lights. Oh shoot, my bad, wrong controller. I got you, wrong one. Wrong keyboard, mouse today. So, look at it. Look at this. Look at this monstrosity. Look at this mess. Look at it. Can't even read the menu correctly. Oh, my goodness, sometimes I wonder why. So, we're going to keep having these conversations. We're not going to go anywhere. And if the conversations don't work, then we'll go through your website, we'll read through your stuff and see how much you're telling the truth on it. And if you're not, we'll just take you to court. And then we'll have it on public record of your company, on public record. Everything you said will be on court record, and we will make sure that it's on public record so everyone can read about it. Because I want them to know the truth. Now, I don't care what company you are, if this ruffles your feathers at the end of the day, and you feel your gray screen reads 100. It makes me laugh just to say that one. Anyway, let's move on. Then this is what you do. Take me to court. But you know, at the end of the day, you don't read 100% black next to our black screens. So, yeah. And then to make a statement that maybe our blacks, don't do that one. Don't do that one. Don't make that mistake. You know, it's not going to go well. To say that our black technology can't read and can't see, don't do that. You may want to research me first before you go down that road. You know, you guys are fighting for your lives right now with our great screen paints. And you still have to worry about that nightmare. You know, fighting for your lives right now. Apex technology will destroy your screens easily. And you really have to worry about that technology. That's the one you got to worry about, the one over there. Because that's the one that can read outside in sunlight. That screen changes the game. It's a game changer. That means once that screen peaks at 100%, when we're done with it, at 100% testing when it's done, that means that it will basically abolish and obliterate all ambient light rejection technology as we speak, because we'll have the first daytime projection screen that can operate outside. Oh, man, the future looks bright. Yeah. And the beautiful thing about it is that the screen or none of our technology is going to be priced to a point where the everyday Joe can't afford it. It's going to be out of reach, and you can actually reach it. Man. This is going to be interesting. That's why we got people asking, like, you got investors? Got investors? Oh, we'll let you know. We need you. Right now, want to concentrate on what we're doing. Now, for me, at the end of the day, this is bummer because I don't like to be in an environment this dark. It drives me a little nuts. That's why I opened up some of that light to push it through, which I need to do right now because this is basically making me depressed. I don't know how people operate in this mess. cave or something. Oh, that's better. Whew, I need light. Nazim, light. I can't be in the dark like that. I can't stand it. I look at some of these setups, man. I swear, you're in a dungeon somewhere. You got a little bit of lights and little corners and stuff. I met that guy on YouTube a while back in a forum site. I met him in the forum. This is the guy, I can't remember his name. He did a lot of these demonstrations with little lights in the corner, those dark lights in the corner. And then he had the window open and just looking at the environment. I bumped into that guy. We had a nice little conversation. I explained to him that your videos are not ambient light rejection demonstrations. Just because you have some birthday candles in the corner doesn't make an ambient light rejection. So what do I know about ambient light projection? That's what he asked me. I showed him the Star Wars demonstration. We haven't talked since. Yeah, I know. Because the naysayer's getting all upset, like, darn it. Why is he like this? Why can't he just be like the rest of us and just continue to cheat the customers and drive the gravy train like the rest of us? Why does he have to fight and resist? Why he can't just join us at the end of the day? Because I don't rip people off like you. And I did the opposite. When I developed my screen paint, everybody else was doing the same thing. Everybody was doing dark environments and all that other dumb nonsense and saying you had to calibrate your machine. And I did the opposite. I did demonstrations with the lights on. That's why we stand up better than you guys do. So you go in and keep riding your gravy train. But just remember, you don't see me out there, you know where I'm at. I'm at the bottom of the bridge with a ton of dynamite, and I'm about to derail your train for good. Make sure you can never, ever bring it back, ever. Because there'll be something there standing in your way. I can literally develop a screen paint or a technology, a screen, just strictly to wipe other screens. That's how advanced our stuff is. I can call it the cancellation. I've talked about this before. Actually, we proved that we could do this. We can actually scare somebody so badly that they're afraid to come against the screen. It was called Legendary Spartan. That's what it was called. Spartan's actually a real screen. But we never showed the screen off. We just did these hot promos, demonstrations of Spartan, prepare for glory. And a person by the name of Danny Rogers got so scared of this screen that he canceled the entire state of Pennsylvania, which is 13 point something million people, that he banned because he was afraid of a Spartan technology that happened to be a Phantom technology, an upgrade version of it, which the reason why we made it that way was because he made a lie about one of the Phantom screens that we developed and said that it didn't work. So you want to make fun of the Phantom, right? I made a Spartan version of it. And I got you to remove the entire state of Pennsylvania. And not only that, I actually urged other people to use my name and reach out to you and say, hey, I'm buying it for Mr. Bird. And you canceled another 9 additional states, because I went on there and I did the demonstration. I actually showed in your shopping cart not only where our state was missing, that 9 other states were missing. So that screen paint is designed to basically, we can shut his whole site. We did it multiple times. I got him to actually, in videos, I got him to actually drop his website multiple times, including give me back all my money. Yeah. So I can literally design a screen paint just to sit on your company. You can't develop anything. Anything that comes through, we buy it, crush it, buy it, crush it, buy it, crush it. And this stuff goes outside now. This stuff is way more advanced than we've ever had before. So instead of basically bringing you into an environment, we'll take you outside at 12 o'clock in the afternoon at 300 lumens and watch your screen disappear. I did the Jamie's paint. Made his paint disappear outside in the park. So if you can't survive with a little open window, I don't know how you're going to make it. You know, people make products. This is what I want you to do. On a sunny day, I want you to look outside in the park. That's where we play at. You can't go there. That shows you how far you're behind. That's a reality of showing you how far you're behind our technology. And keep in mind, with that technology we're developing, we could go in and charge a lot of money for this tech. Because again, what it's designed to do, it has multiple applications of what it can do, just not just for home, for anything to think of. But we want a product that a person even at Burger King, if he's making, we know people make more than that, but if he's making $5 an hour, he can afford that technology. That's what we want. We don't want the person that's a high roller and got a ton of money in his pocket. We want to buy, you buy it. But it's more marketed toward the person, the everyday Joe. The everyday Joe can get a 40-inch screen for under $400 that can do something that your TVs can't do. Do something that your certified screens can't even do. 48 by 36 by 24, like these tiles we had, they're 40 inches. Gee whiz, I just thought about that. It's like my screen has 40 inches in the screen. Like literally that's what it does. It has. But like TVs, but that's what it's like. But anyway, yeah, they can take that screen and they can just pull it off their wall if they want to have it connected to their wall, and they can take it outside and watch a movie. Y'all can't do that. All right, we had fun here. We had a lot to talk about. Projectors, like I'm done. I'm done. We're all done. We're finished. Finished talking about this. We had a great time here. And, you know, to come on here at the end of the day and not only have some fun with telling people to make products, you know, your stuff don't work, but basically at the end of the day, showing the customer what you need to be getting at the end of the day. You should not have to settle for dark environments, just settle for expensive projectors. None of that crap at the end of the day. You shouldn't be settling with that. At $20 you got rolling around in your pocket, you go buy yourself a projector, buy our technology, get this beautiful looking screen at the end of the day. That's what you should be doing. And anyone else who wants to talk smack at the end of the day by saying that we're fakes and phonies at the end of the day, see me in court, sign my contract. If I see enough of your demonstrations, well, I won't see it. They'll see enough of your demonstrations out there, then we'll take you to court. We'll do it that way. I don't get you on fraud charges for basically posting stuff on the internet that you can't back up, which means I'll hit you with a cyber charge. And they're punishable by 20 years, so you know that. Look it up. Look it up, people. Oh, man, I tell you. Boy. If we had a kingdom, our kingdom would be fortified like a mother jumper. There'd be all kinds of stories about our kingdom, like, no, we do not go nigh in that kingdom. No. We could come out there in the middle of a battlefield and sit there and say, my soldiers would be so advanced that I could go out in the middle of a battlefield and not one arrow would even touch me. That tells you how advanced our technology is. You guys would be slaughtered. Heck, we would even get to a point where we just come to your land and just take you out easily. We claim all this. It's all mine, all of this. We claim it all. Ah, man. You guys are getting all crazy over some screen paint. You know, we got 4 versions of that technology sitting over there we haven't showed off yet. There's 4 versions that we haven't talked about yet. Oh, I did talk. There's a gunmetal version of it that the other site's going to open up pretty soon, and it's going to have the gunmetal version. The first gunmetal projection screen that has front and rear capability and can absorb sunlight. It's the first one of its kind. This will eliminate any gunmetal screen, anyone. Whew. And make it so that people can afford if they want a gunmetal technology. So not only people to get ruffled over this, it's not customers. Customers love the fact that what we're doing over here to try to make better products, or we are making better products, for them to be able to afford and get more advanced, the most out of their projector, or pay very little for a projector. That's what we're doing over here. When you guys are basically costing them more money. What are you looking at for a minute? I have no idea. Let me see. I thought. Oh well, it'll pop in my head later on. Let's see, we got 840. We're gonna build on the village. We got the cardboard. I'm gonna start building on my medieval church. Had to come out here and lay down the smackdown. I think the people who make screen paints don't understand my passion and my focus point. My focus point at the end of the day is to develop better technology for our customers. And my focus point is to destroy you. That's it. You step in my path, I'll wipe your company clean. You think I'm joking at the end of the day? I got technology you don't even freaking know about the day we're working on. What's that saying on camera? Never worry about what you can see. You worry about what you can't see. And from all the technology we engineer at such a rapid pace, you have no idea what we have in one of those boxes that are designed to do some serious damage. And I can literally develop a screen just strictly for one thing, to just take out other screens. That's all it's designed to do. And any website I point to, I can take it out with that technology. No. Do I care about that? No. Because I believe other people build what they want to build. Who cares at the end of the day? I don't. Just don't mention my name and I'm good. I'm going to leave that thing where it needs to be at. But other than that, I'm just going to keep talking about great screens. A lot of great people make great paints in the day. Do not like the fact of what I say. Ooh, why would anybody have that? That is just downright depressing. That's like a Tuesday kind of Christmas. I'm dreaming of a black Christmas. Gee whiz Louise, if somebody went to your place with a flamethrower. No, that's not for me. Some people like it. They like that all that black. That's just too much. That's horrible. But anyway, excuse me. Yes, our goal is to develop better technology for our customers. But again, I have to have challenge at the end of the day because there's no fun without challenge. Without challenge is boring. I wish I had a company that would challenge me. That would be so nice. Not the jerks at the end of the day. They didn't do their job right. They broke the law. Now we have to sue them and throw them in jail. But I want somebody with a real challenge at the end of the day. Someone to, forget it. What am I talking about? I never get anybody. We're too far here with all the other stuff we're working on. Right now we're conquering sunlight. What's the point? We can't get anybody can conquer sunlight. We're going to end up with that at the end of the day. I mean, no one that conquers sunlight. We're not, forget it. I went through this already before. What's the point? Just concentrate what we got to do. There's no point. You guys up there, Mr. What's that guy? The crackpot. Williams up there. Oh yeah, we took care of you. There was some more stuff. Yeah, you guys got problems right now. You got a lot of problems, but that's between you and whatever agency's going to come for you. Other than that, yeah, that dumb nonsense of that black paint he had, that stuff was so freaking dark and horrible. Oh, and on top of that, you're not supposed to be doing that. You're in public housing. You're not supposed to be running a business in public housing, which we have recordings on all of that, which also, too, that was also in the envelope, that you were running a business out of the unit. You're not supposed to do that. I know, because I was in Section 8 and public housing. I'm all so can't do that. That's against policy to be evicted for that. Let me see. Do we want to engineer gunmetal? I don't know. We got enough here already. But we got the other site coming up. I'm gonna wait till 2026 to bring out a gunmetal version. I want to bring in an SFEG version of the Black Widow. We're gonna call it something else. What we want? Make another one. We'll do another one on that one. Do another gunmetal technology. Yeah, do a hologram product too on top of that. Alright, I'm ready to start working on my village right now. I feel like freaking Troy sometimes. Is there anyone else? Is there anyone else? Some challenge. Come up with these horrible, untested paints that don't function, don't work. You guys end up making yourself so bad on camera. That's projection screens matching house paint. It's a circus. Unbelievable. Then you call it customers in the Pine Bay spending all this money for expensive projectors that you guys tell them that they have to go buy, which they technically don't have to buy that thing in all period. I mean, some people spend how much money for, why the frick did you buy that? Like, someone that buys it was a very good projector, so. Man, let me explain something to you. I don't care how much money you cough into a projector, it ain't going to work without the proper screen. You can spend all the money you want. You're not going to be able to do it. I was at Disney World. They had Roncos and barcodes. You know how much money a barcode projector costs? Even if you were to go out and get yourself the cheapest model of a barcode, that cheapest one they had would roughly be $250. If that sucker ain't got the lens sitting on top of, you have any idea how much a lens costs for that freaking machine? $15,000. I know, because I went through one of that. That's how I found out. Because I saw one on eBay for $250. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait a minute, something's missing off of it. Because I blew it up, and I can see there were 4 screws exposed. You see 4 screws exposed on venues, that means that the lens is missing. Someone pulled it. What they do is they turn it on. It makes it look like there's a lens there, and they shift it down just a little bit when they take the picture to make it look like the lens is on there. But no, I blew it up, screenshot it, took a picture of it, and basically blew it up and found out that you can see the 4 screws. You're not supposed to see those 4 screws. I mean, someone pulled the lens. Of course you would pull the lens. The lens is worth $15,000. And if it's short, then you're talking about some serious money here. So most people, when they saw that projector, that caliber, the odds of you getting that with a new lamp in it and the lens on it is extremely rare, because they're going to pull out the lens. If you do get the lamp, it's not going to be a new one. The lamps are like $800, $900 for those lamps. So yeah, that's a very expensive projector. And Disney had brand new ones back there. I know, because we went to the Lion exhibit. All the screens were white now. I was like, oh God, the colors are absolutely horrible in here. There's no contrast. It's horrible. And I tried to watch my back. I climbed over the side where it says employees only, because I wanted to see what the projectors were down there. And they were barcode and Ron codes down there. Those projectors probably cost maybe $2-3 million. Probably a lot more than that they had down there. And that screen looked god awful. So it doesn't make a difference how much money you pay. Without our technology, your screen doesn't work. So what about Diamond? We tested Diamond. Screen innovation, been there and done it. What about Elite screens? Been there and done it. What about Vivistorm? Done it already. What about DMP Supernova? Hello, did that one already. What about the Firehawk G4, G5? Done it already. Seymour AV? Been there too already. We've done that one too already. Done it already. There was some other screen that was called Lynx or whatever it's called, LU something X. Tested your stuff too. Beat your screen also. What about... Did we say Vivistorm? We did Vivistorm already, right? Yeah, we did Vivistorm already. What about... Let me see. Can we name one we haven't done yet already? Dragonfly, I think this screen is called the Dragonfly. They wouldn't touch me because I talked to the guy directly, and I asked him, could I get a sample sheet, and he pushed me off the Diamond technology. He told me, why don't you get Black Diamonds? I've done Black Diamond already. So he wouldn't give me a screen to test against a 38 Black Widow or 39 Black Widow. Yeah. Anyway, now I know you won't give me that screen. I definitely would. The black technology we have now, the stuff, no, you won't go near me with the 10-foot pole. Who else do we have at the end of the day? As some screen paints, we did Goose Screen, been there and done it already. We did paint on screens, been there and done it already. All the other fake paints out there, did those already. I'm talking about the 2 screwballs. What else we had? We did everybody on freaking eBay, even the smarter screens, did that already. And here's the thing. When I went out and got the screens, because we knew the black technology or governmental technology engineer would easily wipe out anything, we went for the top screen. Your best screen that you have. Even the Black Diamond Edgeless, we took it out. Daylight screens, them too. We took out the Parallax. I went and got the Parallax Ultra Short though version, and I got the screen. We took it out. So I beat every screen on the market. We don't have anyone else. We've beaten every screen. And we can talk about the Black Diamond, 8,000 to fire. Are you kidding me? My invisible technology, my new black invisible technology can fire up at 50 lumens outside. Technology we have in here can operate on eco mode. Freaking love it. I love it! So, yeah. Without our technology, your stuff doesn't run. All right, with that being said, that's for the customers at the end of the day. You know, our products are the best. We got some matching better demonstrations coming up on the big screen we have here and the 235.1. I don't see enough 235.1 on these great products. How come I don't do 235.1 setups? I wonder why. I've never seen y'all do that. I would advise you catch up, do the 235.1, because next summer we're doing that technology at 100% completed and a 235.1 outside. I plan to put an aquarium outside in the park under that technology with a projector under $200. This is why I'm warning you now. You better get that challenge now before that thing launches. When that screen launches, it's going to be all outside. It goes anywhere it wants to go. Remember that. So I can have an aquarium at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Mind, the projectors we used in that demonstration were 50 to 300 lumens. So it means if we hit that thing with 1,000 lumens, you know it's going to kick off crazy. So you know how bad it's going to embarrass all you ultra short throw influencers out there? That we could fire up an ultra short that costs $60 outside in a baseball field with a fish tank? So you better get it together before that thing launches this summer. This thing's going to crush everything. Everything. Oh, unbelievable. It's going to crush everything. Oh. I love a challenge. I love a challenge. Well, that screen paint is going to be the ultimate. And that's just the clear version of it. We get the black version of it. And there's another version of it that's actually designed to take in 10 times more light. I don't know how much more light you can take in when you have sunlight. Because that's the ultimate ambient light projection test. To be able to absorb the actual sun itself. Well, I tell you, when God said at the end of the day that he was going to back our products up and show the world at the end of the day that we weren't fakes or phonies, what better way to do a demonstration in exact sunlight? I mean sunlight. You know how incredible that is. Yeah, he spoke, didn't he? The Lord spoke, didn't he? Yeah, he spoke. He spoke. Did he speak? Yeah, he spoke, didn't he? Did a demonstration. We did multiple demonstrations out. Did my Lord speak? Did he speak? Did he not say his servant's technology is 100% legit? Did he speak? We operate in the sunlight. Gee whiz Louise, when the Lord speaks, he speaks. That technology outside was only 10% completed. None of these screens are 100%. The visible technology, none of that stuff is 100%. None of it is 100%. It's baby step technology. That's all it is, man. It hasn't even peaked. That is 100%. It's 100% not yet. So that they made that statement right in the middle of the floor. Right there in the store. And now we have this black Apex coming out. A front and rear technology. It's going to be on my cube when I build it for my PC. The naysayers. People are excited already. They can't wait. I got so many people I talked about that screen. I walked in this computer store and I showed them these screens we have on the desk. He was like, he's looking at it. They never seen anything like it. Blown away from it. Look at that little tiny screen over there. No flex over there. Look at that over there. Remember I did that demonstration where we took the camera, we pointed at the ceiling, we brought it down, and we showed the desk, and the next time we're outside, we bring it down. Every time we bring it down, we're in a different location. How many people can do that right now? On your stuff right now? Sorry, customers, at the end of the day, you have to understand, I get adrenaline rush of challenging companies. I do. I get adrenaline rush from it. I do. Not only will you see Mr. Berg come out here and back his products up 100%, but you will watch me challenge other companies because I like to challenge other companies. I do. I really do enjoy it. I watch your videos. I watch your demonstrations. I do tons and tons of research on everything. And every single demonstration I've watched cannot match our screens absorbing sunlight. We don't have anything for us. There's nothing for me at all, period. The only company that I can honestly say at the end of the day that I consider to be, not on my level, no, but I can consider it to be a company that impresses me, is Screen Innovation. See, that's the interesting thing about Screen Innovation. I don't like them at all, period. I don't hate them, no, heck no, I don't hate them at all, period. But I don't like them. Because I don't like what they did to me. But I respect the technology that they do. I do. I respect it. They do good work. They make amazing products. They do. They make very good products. I see the time and effort they put into it. Am I jealous because where he's at? No, he deserves it. He deserves everything he has. He deserves it. He worked hard for it. The man that spends the ambition to build a technology in that garage, he did a garage for 11 years, something like that. 11 years of dedication. You got to respect that. And this technology isn't like he gets comfortable with it. He's always developing something different. That's what makes it so impressive about what he does. That pushes us to make our technology more advanced than everybody else, and even him. And right now, what we have at the end of the day, maybe he may be working on a screen that can absorb sunlight. That would be interesting to see. But the problem what he has is his price is going to be so expensive that we still would be to take him out. Because even with the screen he has right now, it's very, very expensive. Our technology in the wall can do far more than what that screen can do because we don't require 8,000 projectors to kick. But still, quite impressed. When are you screens going to get around to making a black screen? Elite screens, I just send y'all emails. That's why I said once we get done, we get this technology ready to go. It's a black version of it. I got sample sheets that I'm sending out to all these big companies. And why? I'm trying to get their curiosity to spark off so that way they can make a black screen so we can have better competition. Because right now we're not getting any competition on gray screens. It's my peoples. I'll come back in 2 minutes. My sister heard they go off. She was like, what kind of ringtone is that? It's my disco. That's my retro. Anyway, so I'm trying to get the competition to push higher. We want to set the bar higher. We're bored. So the bottom line is I'm sending out all these certified companies a sample of that screen. Once we're finished, everything's locked in, they can't touch it. I want them to do the same thing that I did when I went with the Black Diamond technology. With the Black Diamond, I put that thing against all my stuff and it took out all my screens. I'm thinking, oh shoot, I got to upgrade and make something better. Or make something equal to that thing at the end of the day. So it advanced us to push us to make better products. So hopefully, if I send them that stuff and show them the demonstrations of us testing their stuff, they'll work harder to make an advanced technology that will allow us to make it even more advanced technology for the challenge. And you gray screens are going to be crushed in the process of it all. That's what's going to happen to you. These guys have a better chance of making a black technology because they already have a dark technology and they understand dark technology. They've been doing it for years. You are on gray screen paints. Do you have any idea how long it's going to take you to catch up to actually make an actual black screen with all the testing involved? It'll take you forever. You haven't reached gunmetal status yet. Your gunmetal is gray paint. That's not gunmetal. That's gray paint. That's all it is. It's charcoal. It's gray. That's what it is. You don't have gunmetal. So you would still have to catch up to the gunmetal technology in order to transfer over to black technology, which we had to do it. We transferred to darker and darker screens, which became our gunmetal technology to end up in black technology. You're trying to go from gray, light gray, to black. It don't work that way. You don't even understand how it functions, how it works. And you're going to do testing correctly on it. So you're too far behind. So we're going to push these guys to make a black screen. If you don't, it's going to be really bad for us. We pop up in their little showrooms and we have screens that can dominate their stuff easily. See this bigger picture, gentlemen? You thought it was all about you the entire time. How cute. They thought it was all about them. That was never about you. I told you that from the door. It's to push the bigger companies to make a black screen. Diamond made one already, so that's fantastic. I was hoping because Screen Innovation made one, maybe they'll follow behind him and they'll make one too in competition, but they're not. So they have to be pushed. And in order to push them, we have to send a sample of that technology, wiping out their top screens and tell them at the end of the day, you really need to advance that black technology because we need them to upgrade to a blacker screen. That way, we'll have more competition and that pushes us to build better technology. And meanwhile, for your gray screens, because you got comfortable with the gray screen and you didn't advance to darker technology, it'll take you years to catch up. You'll lose your business. Yep. So now my patents and stuff are all on the go because government's back up and ready to go. And once I get my official information, we start sending out sample sheets to all those certified screens. And if they choose not to upgrade, then we'll wipe their products out and show what we can do to their stuff, why their stuff won't be working right. We go to every single form site where this stuff is at and show where this stuff doesn't work. We'll force them to make that black technology. They won't have a choice. They'll have to upgrade. They have to upgrade. They're in trouble. They'll be like you guys. They'll become obsolete. Well, let's see how much it takes to get them to do it. I know the guy from Seymour AV. I know him. He's a real nice guy, by the way. I actually talked to him on the phone quite a few times. He's a very, very nice person. He is. Very nice person in the day. We were going to develop a black screen for him at one point. I got so many different designs of black technology. I could literally engineer one for him, for a price, of course, but we can engineer for him. It would never match our technology. Of course, we can't do that. It'd be crazy. But we can give him something today to wipe everybody else's out. We can actually do that. And I like him. He's a real, real, real nice person. Really, he's a really nice person. He is. Him and his brother are both real nice people in the day. But I wouldn't advise design. I can design something for them. But as for the other ones, no. Lead screen makes a good screen, but no. I didn't like how lead screen did me on my freaking my support rail. I got pain in the neck getting them things from them, and they still didn't send them over. I didn't like that at all. Period. So, no. And then as for who's the other company? Oh, the rest of them we don't even know. Let me see. What are we calling it for? All right, well, business as usual for me. I got to go work on this medieval thing because I got my stuff and I want to start building my church. Are you supposed to do the paint job for the scenery? Oh, yeah, we're supposed to do it. We're going to do it now. We have to do it tomorrow because I was doing that thing over there, working on the demonstrations on that. That's based about it. So, yeah, I got to go. Tomorrow, match up better challenge on a big screen, fully lit environment. Come on, match us. Our projector's $130. You should be the $130 setup. Set it up, get it done, right? Alrighty then. All right, people. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration. I had fun here at the end of the day, as usual. What the heck is that? Oh, it's glue. Oh, it's weird. Where's that coming from? Oh, it is glue. Oh, I never scraped the wall. It's glue against the wall. That's weird. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you for your time for coming out. I really enjoyed your time. I really have. For you naysayers at the end of the day, how about y'all make a screen paint at the end of the day? How about y'all all get together, put your heads together? Oh, wait, y'all did that already. We crushed you already on that one, right? Whatever. Okay, whatever. I'm trying to give you all ideas. You know, whatever. Anyway, that's based about it for me. Oh, am I supposed to get sample sheets of Vivistorm? Some of the stuff I'm doing right now, I don't even know. Where can I get sample sheets of Vivistorm? This one has a gray screen. We should be doing something on their site, right? Let's see. Vivistorm. Projection screens. Not Davidstorm. How could you get Davidstorm from Vivistorm? Vivistorm projection screen samples. Oh yeah, we can make a freaking Olaf. But you can't basically understand what I just said. And operate that thing. Oh God, hey. Now you need these sample sheets right on whatchamacallit. They sell them over here. See? For $39. You can buy them right there. That's their sample. We did this already. We did this whole entire thing. That's the acoustics with the hose. Right there. What do you hear? You look different. Ambient light rejection material for ultra short throw projection screens, laser. Interesting how they have it for certain ones. Ambient light rejection screen material for ultra short throw projector lasers. That's not even black weather, that's gray. And this one's for ambient light rejection screen material. That's supposed to be ambient light rejection screen material. Oops. Look at the color of that. That won't even pick up a contrast level. How do we sell this stuff at the end of the day? Really? Cinema white material. Why in the world would you be selling a white group? I think the only people that should sell white screens are people at the end of the day that just sell white screens. But you can sell them that much money. Dude, screens are expensive. White screen. Long throw, ambient light rejection. Oh man, I tested this already, but it's got I see blood in the water, man. I want to take this out real quick. I wonder how this stuff would operate with the halo system in it. It's an ambient light rejection, right? So can it operate with a halo system in it and pull 100% contrast? No, that's not gonna happen. Still, should be fun to do though. So they're on Amazon. So I do Amazon reviews from time to time. I'm gonna go out and test your screen, put it against our black technology, knock it out, put it on Amazon review, and say, nope, didn't work against our product. My stuff will never be on Amazon ever, by the way. I don't want to degrade it. Oh, I got people to call. All right, people to call and things to do on Candy's Rainbow. Candy's Rainbow. Now, for some of you guys up there say, oh, we said rainbow. No. You, please, guys, I'm so backwards on this one. Okay, so this is going to ruffle some feathers at the end of the day. Because again, if you're going to be a true Christian or not be a Christian, no. Don't be fake and phony at the end of the day. Be real. The rainbow is not for the gay community. I know that you feel it is, but it's not. I have friends that are actually gay too, and I had this conversation a million times with them. It belongs to God. That's what it belongs to. Question. Were you here when God first displayed the rainbow? You weren't here, right? So if you weren't here, how should you claim something at the end of the day that you weren't here to claim? How can you make it yours if you weren't here when he developed the rainbow? Did you make the rainbow? You didn't make it, did you? That means God made that rainbow, right? All right, so if God made the rainbow, who would it belong to? It belonged to him, right? It's like if you made this container, right? That is your container. That belongs to you. You made it. It belongs to you. It's yours, right? How can someone come in and claim your container if they didn't make it, didn't design it, didn't dream it, right? As yours, you made it, so it belongs to you. So how can you claim something that doesn't belong to you to begin with? You know what the rainbow stood for? It was a covenant between man and God. That's what it was, like an agreement when he flooded the world. So that's what that rainbow stood for, the covenant between man and God. The next statement God made was that the world was going to be burned, not flooded this time around. So it's his rainbow. It belongs to him. But if you don't believe me, when your time comes, God forbid, hope you're here for a long time, you pass off the earth, you can have a conversation with him. And you can ask him about that. Get into an argument. Supreme being that has the keys to life and death. So it's his rainbow. It belongs to him. You took it and made it the way you wanted to make it at the end of the day. Like I said, I have friends that are gay. I tell them right to their face at the end of the day. You're going to be real about being a Christian. Some people don't want to say these things because they're afraid they're going to ruffle the feathers. Either you serve God or you don't serve God. That's how it stands. You can't flip-flop back and forth. You ever heard the term it says in the Bible that you can't sit at the table with angels and demons? It's one or the other. Question, can you get fresh water and polluted water from the same well? It's impossible, right? So either one or the other. Which side do you stand for? Either you're a warrior of Christ or you're not. Some flip-flop in between. So it is what it is. And some get angry and bitter and upset with me. Hey, so be it. That's where it is. I'm not here to please you. I'm here to please God. So understand that. Anyway, with that being said, I got to go back to my medieval village because I am being called there. Magnetic's calling me right now. It's over in the corner. Look, I took me a wheelbarrow the other day. We did wheelbarrow around. And we have a box, people. Look at this box. Look at the box we got today. Look at the box. Look. Look at the box. We got a box, baby. We got a box. We got glue. And more glue. And glue on top of that. Can you believe that box is going to turn pretty soon into a beautiful church? Taco feels my excitement. That's what he does. He feels when I get my excitement. When I get my adrenaline goes up and get excited about something, goes round. He does it all the time. And they're right, Taco. He feels my excitement. Beautiful. Look at that box. You can't see the church. Can you see the church? Can you see it? Look at it. Can you see it? It's right there, man. It's right there. It's a church. You can't see. It's right there. We're gonna build a church. I'm so excited about this. Oh, look at my cat. He feels my excitement. So, Daddy, what are you about to do? We're gonna build a church. It's gonna be awesome, man. Absolutely awesome. Man, I don't look at cardboard boxes the same anymore. I just don't. I really don't. I don't even see them the same anymore. I just see these beautiful designs, baby. That's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we do. Let's get this out of the way. Let's set this up while we're on camera real quick, and then I'm going to switch over. Now we know we're going to get the poppers in there. Poppers. Poppers are people who come on my channel, and they leave in and leave out. Leave in and leave out. Leave in and leave out. Because the devil tells them, at the end of the day, that it's supposed to discourage me. It doesn't discourage me. It gets you deeper in trouble with the demons. Stop doing that. Leave those things alone. All right. We are in our world at the end of the day talking to the builders. The builders are right now waking up. They're getting ready to start constructing something new. Taco, we're constructing something new. I gotta get you a freaking construction belt. We need a belt to work belt. I did something before I left. I actually fixed the land because the land was covered in glue bits. So we had to fix that. Ain't that right, Taco Bear? Sure. Rawr. Growl, rawr. I love these bills, baby. I love these bills. I love it. I love it. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances. Do 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 do. We're gonna make some interesting little objects today. We made our barrel there. We're going to show you how to make a barrel all out of cardboard. Yes, Lord, just give me blueprints. It's amazing, people. Amazing, absolutely. Yeah, put the medieval music on top. We'll get that ready. Get it ready. Now, poppers, you're more than welcome to come in the room, but if you want to leave in and out, that's up to you. At the end of the day, I just want to let you know something. You discourage nothing. You just entertain demons. That's what you do. Influencers. Demonic influencers. Oh, man. Hello. Is anyone living in here? All right. Definitely going to be getting you over here. So, I advise you, stop doing it. Doesn't discourage, bother me. Give yourself in trouble. Can't we just move the screen over? Because we got all that room over there. Just move the screen over there. Taco Bear. Hello, Taco Bear. How you doing? Wow, 10,000 kisses. You're pretty eyes. Pretty green eyes. Your eyes are pretty, Taco. Gotta move that foot a little closer to get that scratch on, buddy boy. Gotta move it on a little bit more. Gotta move it up a little bit more. We are building a beautiful world. I'm going to put in, we got here already. Oh, we had a little more room back there. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. I definitely want to put in a treehouse somewhere. Right now I'm trying to figure out, we're going to do a steampunk PC. What? I'm trying to figure out. Steampunk PC. We're building a steampunk PC. It can't be made out of wood. Can't be. It's not going to work. It's going to be all pipes. All pipes to do this one for the steampunk. We got a PC coming in soon. We're going to try to get the right one we need. So we can start building for something, because all this started on a USB adapter. Or something weird. All right, people, we'll be back in and start working on our medieval here, getting that set up. I've been watching all these documentaries, having fun, learning a little history on medieval. Let's go here. Let's get that medieval music in there. Boo doo 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 doo. Give me copyright-free medieval music. Come on, don't play me like that. Give me my music, don't it? Copyright-free medieval music. Call my peeps back. Hey, that's not what I asked for. Oh, there we go. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Hey, we can make a fishing net out of this. Definitely can make a fish. No. I got something better than that. Definitely better than that for the fishing net. I don't want the fishing net to be the same color as this. Let's repaint this black. We paint that black. We can turn it to a fish net. We do need a fish net to hang over top the pier to catch our fish. And all right, people, I got to call some people back real quick, see what's going on, see everybody's chilling. And after that, we'll be back on here about to enter our new world. I really got to stop talking about stuff of the world out here involved. In this world, I'm mixing it up in here. It's messing with my head. I got to keep it in here. There's 1 minute I'm working, and then the elves are like, where the freak did he just go? Isn't he narrating this whole entire thing? It's kind of like Winnie the Pooh and the freaking rabbit trying to tell a story, and Tigger and Pooh are carrying on and acting up. It's like that. We got to stay in this world. Stay in this world. There's no cell phones in this world. There's nothing in here. Just our world in here. Let me see. All right, so we'll be back in. We got to build a medieval church. And I got to finish the wagon over here, too. All right, I'll be back. Thank you for your time. God bless. Got to go. Let me see my contact.